Hey guys, I wanted to get on here today to talk a little bit more about setting up the brand, but particularly as it pertains to embracing uncertainty. I think fear of possibilities of things not going the way you want in any domain stand often between where you are and where you want to be. And that's what I want to talk about today. And I want to relate it to what I'm experiencing with adopting this whole new project, this whole new business, venturing into an entirely different sphere, industry-wise, going from being exclusively in the fitness business to going into the fashion business. It's a huge leap. And what I want to kind of get across to you guys and talk about and share with you is this whole idea of embracing uncertainty and how big of a part that has been throughout this journey. I want to just say, first of all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are in the world. I'm currently in Dubai, which is great because we're shooting for the brand. Now, I was in Miami the week before, last week, and a short stop in London for a few days. So I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm a little bit delirious. I'll probably slur my words a little bit. So bear with me, okay? I'm having a coffee. It's 5 to 6 over here now. And we're off out to dinner in a little bit to meet with a couple of friends. But back to the point in hand, okay? Uncertainty. I saw a great quote of the day, and it just brilliantly exemplified what I'm going through, and also it gave me so much reassurance, and it really clarified why I'm doing this. Okay, and the quote was something like this. I paraphrase a little bit. The quote read, "Your potential is directly correlated to your ability to embrace uncertainty." So your potential, or fulfilling your potential, is directly linked to your ability to embrace uncertainty. I told you I was tired, okay? And what it kind of suggests is that if you are to ever come close to meeting your potential, whether that's in business, whether that's in having a positive impact, great influence, whether that's in establishing an amazing relationship, friendships, romantic or otherwise, your ability to actually embrace uncertainty is usually the precursor to your ability to fulfill your potential. If you are scared, if you fail to take action, if you continue to be affected negatively by uncertainty, you're never really going to give your all to that thing that you want to achieve. And it's interesting because in my fitness business, a big thing that I do as part of what I help men with is I help men to develop their physiques, to commit to excellence with their health and fitness, and to develop more self-confidence. The self-confidence often comes as a result of, people loving the way they look and feel, but actually more importantly, in the process of getting in shape, when you are committed to daily routines, when you start being more disciplined in every action during the day, you develop self-confidence that you are capable of being disciplined, that you are capable of changing human flesh. And the confidence really emanates from, your ability to make a change that you envisage. You're able to commit to actions, and you're able to materialize the change that you foresaw. And that inspires a lot of confidence. So, in fitness, I'm used to this whole idea of helping people build more confidence. And I find myself now at the very start of a journey, and I'm much more able, again, to realize what it feels like for the people that I help in fitness. Embracing a new beginning is never, ever comfortable. And we all know that, turn of phrase, growth occurs does not occur in your comfort zones. Growth occurs outside of your comfort zones. I guess what I'm saying here, guys, is if you want to grow, if you want to do something, if you want to fulfill your potential and be something, then you have to take on some risks. You have to be able to get out of your comfort zone. And you have to be very, very clear and acknowledge the fact that nothing is guaranteed. And embrace that and kind of trust your path. And here's the thing. Depending, you may see huge amounts of success in that thing that you are going to embrace, that thing you're going to go for. and you acknowledge at the start, this is uncertain, you might see huge amounts of success, and that's great. But even if you don't see huge amounts of success, the important thing is that you took a leap of faith and you started to mold and rewire the texture of your mind to one which is not scared of taking risks, to one that is not scared of embracing uncertainty. And whether it's this one or the next one, in terms of endeavors or projects or whatever that's making you feel uncertain, you have to take on that challenge. You have to embrace, and you have to continue to embrace uncertainty. And in doing so, you will get what you want. You will feel fulfilled. It will test you in different ways. Because let's face it, the opposite of embracing uncertainty is living in fear, never taking action, and that will leave you staying exactly where you are. So, what am I saying here, guys? I am embracing uncertainty in a big, big way. There are no guarantees. The fitness business is highly competitive. I know that. I've been in it for 15 years. The fashion business is even more competitive, okay? But what I'm proud of, all right, and it's not been an easy journey to this point, what I'm proud of is that I have embraced uncertainty, and I'm trying something new, and I'm giving it my best, and I'm working with great people, and I'm sticking to my tenets that made me a great coach, which are an absolute focus on quality, on high output work rate, on giving my best, on aiming to have a positive net impact. All of these things, all of these cultural ways that I operate and do business, I'm bringing into this fitness game as well. Into the fashion game as well. This has not been an easy journey. We've had various delays, we've had challenges, we've had unforeseeable circumstances. It's way more complex than I ever imagined in terms of bringing all the pieces together, building a great team. I have a phenomenal team. I have a phenomenal designer behind me based in New York, Jonathan Hayden. I've worked with tremendous photographers. Everything is going as it should, but that you have to remind yourself of that often when you're doing a new project. That things don't always go to plan. And in those moments when things don't go 100% to plan, I remind myself that this is exactly as it should be. It's not going to be easy. So what's the go-home message here? The go-home message is you may be on the precipice of a big move or a small move, but you may be on that precipice of embracing uncertainty. You're looking at an opportunity. You know deep down in the pit of your stomach that you are capable of doing more or something different, but the idea makes you uncomfortable. I'm telling you, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And also on top of that, get comfortable with this idea that uncertainty is an absolute prerequisite. It is a given when taking on any new challenge, when starting any new business, when trying to create any new relationship, like I say, friendship, romantic, or anything else otherwise. It's part of the process. And do not let uncertainty be the barrier between the life that you have now and the life that you could have. That's the tragic thing, okay? That's the biggest risk. The biggest risk is in being static and stationary. So, with all of that said, I'm incredibly excited to be launching Titanium, my collection, fashion collection, my 2 swimwear garments that we're going to start off with. Still lots to do, okay, but we are hoping to be able to drop the 100, the 50 black, the 50 white. I've actually got one over here. Ooh, you're going to see a little bit. Oh. That's all you're going to get for now until the pro shots come out. Hoping to, fingers crossed, we're going to be dropping that on the 25th of November. There's going to be 100 available, as you know, 50 black, 50 white, split evenly into small, medium, and large. International delivery. It is an incredibly daunting project for me. It's been hard work, to say the least, but we are incredibly proud of the beautiful garments that we've created. I attach my name to this. My designer, who, as I've mentioned in the past, this guy, Jonathan Hayden, who you may well have heard of. He's showcased his work at Fashion Week in New York, in Tokyo, in Monte Carlo. We have produced a truly luxury item here. And I know that so many of you guys who, like wearing a swimsuit, a male swimsuit, a Speedo, are going to absolutely love this really classy rendition of a classic look. Okay, that is really what we've created here. You're going to absolutely love it. And I can't wait to show you guys the pictures. We've got fantastic shots from Miami, fantastic shots in Dubai. This brand really is about men who work hard, play hard, who have forged a body, and they want to enjoy luxury in their downtime. They work hard for it. They want to look good. They want to feel good. And this garment really complements that kind of person. Okay. So anyway, guys, I'll finish with this. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm that you've shown throughout this project. It's been going since March now. It's been a long road, a lot of investment of time, of money, of energy. I'm really excited to be venturing into a new realm. It's been totally new as an experience for me, this whole process. And I've had so much enthusiasm from close friends, but also total, shall we say, strangers, followers on Instagram they've reached out and they've said to me, Julian, I'm really, really excited for you. This is great. I love what you're doing. And my God, that means the world. That means the world. And I think I've been very honest with you guys here. This has not been easy, okay? And it has required me to step out of my comfort zones. It has tested my self-confidence. I'm very open about that. And when I get those sort of messages, people saying, dude, I can't wait to see what you've made, or dude, I'm proud of you for taking on this task. It's not easy. I've had guys who are in the fashion business say to me, Julian, like, the fashion business is tough and I want to see you succeed. I mean, that means the world. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. And final message is, whatever that thing is that you are looking to do, that you are dreaming of doing, that thing that you can envisage in your future, do not let uncertainty hold you back from committing to it. Because even if you fail in that thing, okay, and failure is the wrong word, even if you don't see the degree of success that you want, the real win is that you have adopted the mindset of embracing uncertainty. Because holding that mindset is going to get you there, one way or the next. Guys, thank you. Have a wonderful remainder of your weekend, and we will catch up soon. Cheers to the love.